Hello friends and fellow gamers, it's MKxJUMP here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at this week's event for Idle Heroes. Now this week we have Imps Adventure and Shelter mission, and I have to say this week's Shelter looks absolutely phenomenal for early and free-to-play players. The heroes you can get are exquisitely good, so guys, get hype ready. Also, if you guys have ever considered helping the content I produce here, why don't you consider backing me on Patreon? You can donate monthly to help support the content I make here and get some awesome perks too, including an exclusive channel on my Discord. So guys, if you want to just join Discord, you can find a link in the description, or if you want to back us on Patreon, you can find a link up there in the top corner of the screen or down below in the description as well. Anyway guys, let's go check out this week's event. So this week for logging in, it should come as no surprise, because it's Imps Adventure, we get 4 dice for logging in every day, and these dice can be used to move around the Imps Adventure board and get some progress. You also get 150 gems, which can either be saved for future events or spent to get yourself some more dice this event. So all in all, pretty handy stuff for logging in. I do like gems, gems make me happy. Now, this week's event, of course, Jungle Fantasy carries over from last week, so if you guys haven't managed to cash in your mushrooms, however many of them you managed to get, be sure to purchase either Carry, Ignis, Cthulhu, maybe Magic Stone Sword if you spent a bit, but I would argue it's not the best artifact to go for. You can also get a Michelle skin, but I don't know why you would. I personally am going to be purchasing 7 Prophet Orbs, ka-ching ka-ching, and I'm going to use the rest to get 1 Heroic Scroll, and then gold. Why not? I've got, how much left over is it? Is it 40 I have? Yes, it is. So we'll get 20 loads of gold, which is how much? I don't know. It's not going to be much. Yeah, it's hardly anything. But hey, every little bit helps. Anyway, the value packages for this week have a little bonus. That's nice. You get extra dice than normal, which is really good, because I know a lot of people like to spend in Imps Adventure because the rewards you can get from Imps Adventure are very good. We'll take a look at them a little later on. But yes, all in all, this looks pretty fab. We get some decent dice and some decent stuff, so maybe, if you're in the mind for spending, this is pretty good value. Although, on the topic of good value, this is probably the best value package they've ever released for 50 bucks. Now, normally 50 bucks is crazy expensive, but this gives you 5,000 gems, so that's normally what you get from an $100 package. It gives you 60 Heroic Summon Scrolls, which is what you get from a $50 Heroic Summons package. It also gets you 30 Lucky Dice, which if we go up in here and remind ourselves, 30 is probably how many you're going to get if you spent probably in the region of just over $50 on this. And then if you wanted more, guys, you get a 5-star Hero Selection Chest that contains any hero that's been released so far, including Flora and Tix. This is huge. This is incredible. For 50 bucks, you're getting a guaranteed 5-star hero, 60 Heroic Scrolls, 30 dice, and gems. I don't normally say that $50 value packages are good value, but this, guys, if you are used to spending big money, this is incredibly exceptional value. So, 50 bucks, you can't go wrong if you're used to spending money on this game. Now, of course, Imps Adventure is here, and we see this every month. It is a fantastic way to gain resources. What you do is you roll dice, a number will come up, and it will move you. When you land on a square like I did there, you'll get the resources, and it'll level up that square afterwards. So you keep rolling, you keep getting stuff. As you saw, I landed on a Starry Mushroom Hut and got the stars, and I also managed to level up the Starry Mushroom Hut. And what you want to do is level up these Starry Mushroom Huts. As you'll see, this one over here is level 1, it has 3, but because this one's level 2, it has 4. And the level 2 basically means you get more stars whenever you pass it. So every time you pass over these Starry Mushroom Huts, you don't need to land on them, you get stars. And these stars are used to get you rewards. So if you manage to get 80 stars across the event, you get Heroic Summon Scrolls. If you get 110, you get an Elite Hero Shard. If you get 140, you get a Limited Skin Selection Chest. But oh, damn it, Russell's skin isn't in here yet. It will be, hopefully, by Christmas, but I'm itching for it. Come on, just give it to us. We want it, guys, for our double Russell teams. You also, guys, can get a 6-star Puppet Selection Chest if you get to 170 stars, and this can be used to help build your heroes up to 9-star. You can get a 200-star chest here. If you get 200 stars, this will get you any 5-star hero up until Ignis. So you can't get Flora and you can't get Tix, which is a little sad, but Ignis is in here now, which is pretty cool. So this is the first Imps Adventure we've seen with Ignis available now. If you get to 230, you get a material selection chest, which can be used to redeem any one of these resources here. Gold's pretty good. Dust is great if you're after getting your stones up. And of course, Spirit is going to be helpful for people building heroes. And monster parts are great for people building monsters. So there's all good stuff here. It's all worth getting. And if you get to 260, this is the fun stuff. This is a Russell copy or a Drake copy or any other light and dark hero in the game. I have to say, this is pretty damn good. If you can get up to this without spending, you're very, very lucky, because you're getting one of the best heroes in the game for this, which is really nice. And this has to be done by spending this 300 package, but the 300 package will get you a 9-star puppet, which is guaranteed food to either take you to 10-star, E1, or E2, or to help build 10 stars that can be used to take you to E3, E4, and E5. So these are absolutely crucial for leveling up your heroes beyond the realms of 9-star. So this is very, very good. Now, what you should expect to get to as a free-to-play player is probably this package here, although we have in the past managed to push up to Mysterial Selection Chest 2. If you're logging in every day and constantly getting dice, you should have no problem getting to the 5-star Selection Chest, unless you're really unlucky. I mean, one time I did get very unlucky, and I only managed to get to the 6-star Puppet Chest, but most of the time you should be getting the 5-star chest, so good luck to you guys if you're free-to-play players. And the way you can get more dice, guys, is first off by buying them for gems up to 30 times. So let's say I bought 30 of them, that will cost me 4,500 gems, which is probably the standard amount of gems you want to be saving up going into this event. Or you can do the shelter mission. I'd encourage you to do both, actually. But the shelter mission also gets you dice. You get 5 dice for every hero you redeem in the shelter mission, except for the light and dark heroes. You only just get the copies of them. So you're probably wondering, what does this shelter mission mean? Well, guys, you have to cash in Rangers in the Fortress faction to get Penny. You need to do Warriors in the Shadow faction to get your hands on Horus. You need Priests in the Forest faction to get your hands on Vesa, and finally Mages in the Abyss faction to get Scary. And this is actually really good because there's 2 different Rangers in the Fortress faction, there's 3 different Warriors in the Shadow faction, there's 3 different Priests in the Forest faction, and there's also 2 different Mages in the Abyss faction, so it shouldn't be too hard getting those 4-star shards. And just when we look at the heroes as well, Penny, Horus, 2 amazing first heroes. If you need advice for a good hero to build as your first E5, Penny and Horus are arguably 2 of the best. The only other ones that come to mind are maybe Cthugha and Delacium, and maybe at a push, light and dark heroes, you could say Ada, but well, Garuda's probably a good pick, but really, Horus and Penny are the best too, so it's really nice to see that they're available. Okay, I say the best too. Cthulhu's also really good, but Vess is great as well, fantastic first 10-star, and Scary is also a very good first E3, so all of these heroes are fantastic to build early on. So I have to say, DH Games, what a fantastic choice of heroes to put in Shelter you had this week. And finally, guys, Grey Dwarf's Blessing is here. It is carrying on for 2 weeks as of today, and it can be used to upgrade armor. So 4-star armor can be made to 5-star, 5-star armor can be made to 6-star, and 6-star armor can be made to class-specific armor. And it costs a lot of gems and a lot of gold, but it's worth it because it pretty much guarantees you're going to have powerful heroes. Armor is basically needed to do well in the game. So yeah, all looks good. I have to say, this is a fantastic event. The value packages are surprisingly generous. This is awesome. Imps Adventure is always great, and the shelter mission is fab. So can't complain about this event, guys. It's pretty good. Just don't forget to cash in your mushrooms. So yeah, good job DH Games. This event looks really good. It's a nice, solid Imps Adventure. It's not the best Imps Adventure we've had, but it's definitely a very, very good one. And guys, you can just sink your teeth into it, spend as much or as little as you like, and have, hopefully, a really good week getting a bunch of good resources. If you want to stay up to date with our event reviews for Idle Heroes every Friday, you can subscribe to the channel, and if you want to check out some more of my content, you can find it over here on the side of the screen. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to help support the content I make here, guys, why don't you consider backing me on Patreon? Click the link up there for more details. There's also a link down in the description. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great week, enjoy this event, and happy idling.